Hi guys, my name is Maisie. I chose to do a second grade level graphing activity for my final. So I actually completed the activity so I could show you guys how to do it. The tools you'll need to do this activity with the kids are a box of crayons or markers, a pencil, and then just the printed out handout that I have right here. And then Skittles. You could also use M&Ms for this, but I did the activity with Skittles. Like I said, this is for second grade children. And so the way that I had it written out is to do it in a group with the kids. Like the kids would do it together. But for an upward extension, you could have them do it by themselves. And so for that, I would just give individual packs, like the fun size, or the small size, I mean to say. So that's what I did to complete this one. But if you were doing it with a group of kids, I would just give like the group of 4 a bigger bag like this and have them all work together. So you could kind of decide what you want to do. So yeah, I completed this. I'm sure most of us did this in school at some point. That's why I picked it, because it's just like such a fun memory for me. I actually had so much fun doing it just now. So really what you have them do is you can have them sort their Skittles by color first. So, group them by color. Shouldn't take too long. And then once the Skittles are grouped, you'll have them fill it out. And to meet the standards, they want to be able to fill out all 3 of the different graphs. So we have a bar graph, we have a tally chart graph, and then we have a pictograph. So the pictograph's obviously just them drawing the little Skittles. And I chose this handout too because I liked that it had them write the most amount of Skittles, the least, and then the total amount, because I think that that's important for the standards as well, for them to be able to interpret that data once they've actually collected it. So yeah, I filled it out on my own, just so you guys could kind of see what it would look like and what kind of standards they need to be reaching. With the tally, I didn't have anything over 4, but it would be important for the kids to know to make the tally across once they get to 5, which is kind of what you would be doing once you get into the bigger numbers. This printed really small for me for some reason, but if you printed it on like a full piece of paper, they would be able to tally all those numbers. But yeah, this is a super fun way for kids to reach those graphing standards while using candy. According to the NCTM standards, this is for sorting and classifying objects according to their attributes and organizing data about the objects, representing data using concrete objects, pictures, and graphs. So that's pretty much exactly what we're doing. And for the kids to be reaching the SLO, or the student objective, they would just need to be able to fill this in either by themselves entirely or with little to no help. Like I said, for a downward extension, you could have the second graders, like if this was earlier in the year, have them all work together. For an upward extension, you can always incorporate different kinds of graphs aside from just these 3, but in order to reach the standards, they need to be able to do 3 different kinds of graphs. They need to be able to formulate questions that can be addressed with data. So that's like these. How many Skittles did you have the most of? So in this case scenario, I had the most of 3 kinds, so they would have to be able to recognize that it wasn't just one Skittle that had the most. 3 of them were equal. So then that's when you could incorporate some different math vocabulary, like equal, not equal. And that would be another way you could use that as an upward extension for someone who might be doing really well with this. But I will include this handout in the post below, and I hope you guys get to use this at some point because I had a ton of fun doing it by myself.